Right now on Up with KREM, we are learning parts of Riverside State Park are opening back up following the recent fires.
Plus, I'm tracking the forecast here where we are going to be seeing sunny and warm conditions to start the work week.
School is now in session for some students. Ahead, we bring you more to the story with an in-depth look at cell phone policies in the classroom. It's 6 o'clock here on your Monday morning. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for starting off a brand new week with us here on Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham. Jenny Power is also here. Hey, Jenny, hope you had a great weekend. But gosh, yesterday really felt like the perfect day to be outside. Will we get another day like that? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Tim. You know, you and I were both talking about it. It was like yesterday afternoon felt so nice. I took a walk. Tim took a walk. Hopefully you were able to get outside and enjoy some slightly cooler temperatures. And yes, today is going to be similar. So as we take this live look here over Riverfront Park, downtown Spokane, no early walkers through the park so far, but of course it's still a little bit early on. 57 degrees is what we're waking up to through the Spokane area. So that's the other note. If you are trying to get outside, maybe for a walk with the dog, or maybe you're trying to get in a morning jog, it is a little bit of a cooler start. You might want a light jacket. 52 degrees in Coeur d'Alene with some upper 40s currently up north to Deer Park and Sandpoint with low 60s for Omak and Wenatchee. Taking a look at our air quality, this is going to be the thing that we're watching out for today because while we've seen some improvements across eastern Washington and North Idaho in the good to moderate range, we actually are waking up to some very unhealthy to even hazardous air quality conditions north of Wenatchee, specifically in Orondo and Entiat. That's why we do have air quality alerts in place through parts of north central Washington, all of the counties that are shaded in gray. So keep that in mind, especially if you are someone who has respiratory concerns. Over the next 12 hours, temperatures are going to climb into the mid 80s. Plenty of sunshine though and light winds. And also this is a huge shout out to the 9 Mile Falls School District where they head back to the classroom today. In 9 Mile Falls, temperatures will reach the upper 80s this afternoon. So it's kind of that time of year where you want to start out with a light jacket, a sweatshirt, and then a t-shirt by this afternoon. Let's take a look at your traffic impact though and what we're seeing out on our roadways as many folks are headed back to the office or to school. I-90 in Flora. Right now things are looking good. We've got dry road conditions. Traffic volumes are gradually starting to increase, but everything's moving smoothly through this stretch. Taking another live look for you here at I-90 and Freya. Things are in good shape, moving along nicely. Taking a look at our traffic map so far, we have been in the green really across the board, so average drive times from North Idaho through parts of downtown Spokane. Tim?
All right, Jenny, and new this morning, parts of Riverside State Park are opening back up. The Riverside State Park Foundation reopened the police flats in the 9 Mile recreation area, and they did share the fires destroyed the pump house at 9 Mile Falls, so this means no potable water is available. And happening today, Washington Governor Bob Ferguson is expected to meet with Spokane City and county representatives to talk about the wildfire response. That meeting is set to take place at 2 this afternoon at the Spokane County Courthouse. The city of Spokane received $1 million in wildfire housing help for people affected by the Spokane area fires. The money comes from the Washington State Department of Commerce. It will be given out by Goodwill and can go directly towards rental help and utilities. Some of the funds can also be used to pay for items like medical devices, furniture, gas, and more. The city says it's already started identifying eligible residents and will begin enrollment and outreach soon. New this morning, we are getting a response from Zeal Church on why they did not renew the lease of Shalom Ministries. The church shared a clip of their service on Sunday where they made the statement. Pastor Ray Valdez says they don't hate anyone and are not against feeding people. They have concerns around the homeless and drug problems near the church. Zeal Church acknowledged that Shalom had been serving meals for more than 30 years, even offered a partnership with Shalom Ministries, which was denied. Zeal Church did accuse Shalom for some of the issues in the area around the church.
During 3 months of owning this property, we have observed and witnessed very unhealthy activity. This includes illicit drug use, drug dealing, drug paraphernalia, vandalism, littering, loitering on our property. We've had those with Shalom who've served in that ministry breaking in and letting drug addicts into our building. We have pictures and we have proof all over the place multiple times.
The church says they received disappointment from the community as well as threats when it was announced that they were not renewing Shalom's lease. Shalom Ministries says because of the situation, they have they are having to temporarily close down. Shalom did offer more than food for people. They also had resources available for those who are homeless. This morning, as is the first day of school for students at 9 Mile Falls, the area was impacted by the recent Spokane area fires. KREM 2's Regan Gallo is live for us this morning. Good morning, Regan. Is there anything students need to know as they head back to school? Good morning.
Good morning, Tim. Tim, I love back to school season. Finally, the sun's coming up since the last shower. We were out here and kids are feeling that 9 Mile proud this morning. We are right here at Lakeside High School where we are with Principal McCune. And congrats, Principal McCune. This is your first year as principal. You're not new to the school, but first year as principal here. This is very exciting, but also a very complex year to come back to school with the impacts of the Autumn Lane fire. So what's it been like for the community to rally around your students and also for you probably personally? And what do you want back to school to look like today for everyone heading back to the classroom?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for being here. I think adversity brings out the best in people and shows what people are really about. And this community showed up in a big way. I think this community is full of people with resiliency, hope, courage, strength. And we just showed up and rallied for each other. I mean, we had Mercy Chefs here. We packed over 7,200 meals. And just volunteers everywhere. Our sports teams were volunteering, passing out meals. We had a kids camp down the road, and in a matter of like 24 hours, I think close to 80 people signed up to volunteer. So this community showed up in huge ways. We love each other, and we're so excited to have kids back in the classroom and doing things that show a little bit of normalcy here.
Yeah. Okay, so I saw a little bit of a sneak peek. I saw they have a little red, sorry, here we go. I gotta put my mic in my face. There was a red carpet and some red rope in there. Tell me, I don't want to spoil the surprise too much, but you guys are excited to have students back. Tell me a little bit about what your plans are for 7 a.m. kids are starting to come back into the classroom.
Yeah, we've got a red carpet welcome on one side of the building, and on this side we'll have a blow-up eagle head. We'll have music playing, cheerleaders. It's just going to be really exciting. Then we're going to go right to an assembly to start the day.
Super fun. Okay, so what are the fun things in the assembly? What should be happening to really get kids excited about being back to school today?
I think we've got some walk-up songs for teachers, and then we're going to play some Hungry Hippos.
Love it.
I'm apparently playing Hungry Hippos, so we'll see how that goes. And then, just hopefully build some energy and momentum going into the year.
Yeah. Anything you want to say just, as you're continuing school, those resources being given to students as they're still facing those impacts, what do you want to highlight there too as school continues, what they could get the next few weeks to months as they're getting back into their routine?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our staff took a training on supporting our school through trauma, so they're ready and prepared to welcome kids back in that way. Our counseling staff standing by and ready to support kids. We have a library full of school supplies, backpacks, shoes. The Seahawks donated like 200 pairs of football cleats, so we have those in the office. We've got packs of food for families, so we're ready and prepared to continue to help families as they need it.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Principal McCune. Okay, I got my mic actually in my face. So anyways, we're going to talk to Principal McCune one more time this morning as kids get ready to go back to school, as they're getting probably their outfits or they're having their breakfast right now. But anyways, for now, we're at Lakeside High School. Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News. Tim and Jenny, back to the studio.
This morning, we are getting a closer look at Idaho's unemployment rate. It fell slightly in July, dropping from 3.7 to 3.6%. The state added 1,200 non-farm jobs, bringing the total to nearly 887,000. Boise and Coeur d'Alene both saw job growth last month, while Lewiston and Idaho Falls lost jobs. The number of unemployed Idahoans also fell by more than 500 to 36,000. Idaho's unemployment rate matched last July's 3.6%, while total non-farm jobs grew by 0.5% over the year. Still ahead here on Up with KREM, school is back in session, and we are talking about cell phone policies. After the break, we are going over the cell phone policies for school districts in eastern Washington and across the state. Then later, over the weekend, a local drag show not only provided entertainment, but also helped raise money for those impacted by the Spokane area fires. Before we go to break, we want to wish students at Washington State University a happy first day of school. Gosh, back on the Palouse, here we go. Remember to study hard and have fun this semester, just not too much fun, okay? Go Cougs, by the way. And we want to wish students at these schools a happy first day of school, and also welcome back teachers and staff at Columbia, Harrington, and the Highland Joint School Districts, as well as the Libby Public Schools. Have a great and wonderful first day of school. Make it the best year ever. And then this week, we are asking to see your back to school shout out. So these are small 20-second clips or videos that you can record on your cell phone. Be sure to say your name and then give a shout out to a student or teacher going back to school. Be sure to record it horizontally and then email it to me at my email address there on the screen, tfam@krem.com. You may see your shout out here on the show this week. Now let's take you live outside here at 6:10. Look at that beautiful sunrise. A great start to this Monday morning. Thanks for starting off a brand new week with us here on Up with KREM.